Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of the Lenten season. We leave behind the season of Epiphany, the season of lights, and descend into the valley. Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of the most somber season in the life of the church. We begin to journey through the wilderness, metaphorically, as we head towards Jerusalem with Jesus, ultimately towards the cross. Lent is a 40-day season in the life of the church, not counting Sundays, as we prepare for Holy Week and Easter. There are a couple of major themes that we reflect on during Ash Wednesday and Lent. One, we are mortal. No one likes to remind us that we're mortal in our culture. It's the church alone on this one sacred day that reminds us that we come from dust, that God fashioned us from dust, and that one day we too will return to the earth. And two, Ash Wednesday and Lent are seasons of repentance and confession. We confess that we are sinful people, that we participate in the world and in relationships with one another in ways that don't live up to God's standards or God's dream for the world, that we fall short in our attempts to love others and ourselves and creation. And so the Lenten season, the Lenten journey that begins with Ash Wednesday invites us into repentance. It's a time to reflect on our lives, where we fall short and where we might change, and how God might be speaking to us in this time. The goal of this season isn't to make you guilty, to feel guilty or vulnerable, so much as it is to remember that life is a gift, that every day is a gift. Ash Wednesday invites us into this intentional season of prayer and reflection as we prepare for Holy Week and Easter. In the early church, it was customary to observe the weeks leading up to Good Friday and the high holy day of Easter with great devotion. This was a season when new converts would be prepared for baptism, and those who had been separated from the Christian community because of wrongdoing were restored through penitence and reconciliation. It was also a time in which the entire faith community would engage in spiritual disciplines of fasting and prayer and almsgiving. As we observe Ash Wednesday this year, we will invite you to receive the mark of the cross and ashes on your forehead as a sign of your repentance and desire to allow God to transform your life, and also a sign that we recognize our mortality, that life is precious, that life is a gift. You should know that the ashes are burned from the palm branches that we used for Palm Sunday last year, and then they're mixed with oil, a sign of God's blessing. And as we move into the 40 days of Lent beyond, we invite you to slow down, to try to be intentional as you move through this season and reflect on your relationship to God and to others, to creation, and even to your true self. What does it mean to follow Christ in this season? What does it mean to follow God's call in your life, in all of life? What does it mean to orient our lives in the direction of the cross? Recognizing that following Jesus is not always easy, that it entails discipline and hard work and effort to live faithfully in light of our awareness of God's presence in our lives. Friends, we are so glad that you are on this journey with us. We wish you all the blessings in this sacred season ahead as we move through Ash Wednesday and Lent and on to Holy Week and Easter together. God bless you all. Thanks for listening.